All right, Coach, split bag over the weekend. Just go ahead and walk me through Thursday and Saturday's performance.
2 road games, tough one in Dallas on Thursday. They're number 8 in the country, and I think we were right there with them at times. We just waited too long to play. That was a little bit frustrating. We got it to 26-27 with about 4 to play in the first half. They got some separation on us going into halftime, and I thought we came out flat in the second half, and then we decided to finally get going, and it was just we dug ourselves too big a hole at that stage. We cut it down to 7 or 8 a couple times and just never could get over the hump to cut it closer than that. So that was just it was really discouraging because I thought we had a really good game plan going into that game. And I know our guys were fired up for that one, and so that was very discouraging and disappointing loss on Thursday. I thought we got after it on Friday in practice. Friday evening when we got to Tyler. So it was good to see that kind of bleed into the game on Saturday. Got out to a hot start. I think we were up 28-9 to open the game. They cut it down to about 8 at halftime, and then second half we started the same way we started the game. So, I thought we controlled it pretty well from start to finish, just with our tempo and our pace. But where I was excited to see us is just we looked a lot more energized defensively than we had been for the past couple of outings. So I'm hoping that carries into this week because it's a huge week for us.
What does that say to the kind of team that these group of guys have become? Because we're at the end of it now, basically hoping for a last conference win on Thursday, hopefully moving into the LC tournament and beyond. What does being able to bounce back from a tough loss where you didn't really look yourself to being able to not necessarily dominate but play at a really high level on Saturday in Tyler?
Well, the answer nobody wants to hear, but I'll say is inconsistent, and that's kind of what we've been this semester. Part of that's been just our lineups have been so inconsistent with injuries. We lost Trey Farr in the Dallas Baptist game to a rolled ankle, and it ballooned about 3 times the size of his ankle. He gave it a go on Saturday, and we got 16 really good minutes out of him before he rolled it again, and we had to pull him for the night. Barlow Alaruzo got hit in the face Thursday, and he's at the doctor's this morning. We're looking at probably losing him for the rest of the year again. And so, it's just been that kind of year where it's been hard to find consistency, and I think a lot of that's been lineup related. Some of that's been self-inflicted wounds as well. I really equate that we had about a 3-4 week span where we only had 9 guys in practice, and it's just hard to improve when you can't really go 5-on-5 in practice. And so that was a frustrating time for me as a coach as well. You ball all that up and you get a team full of inconsistencies right now. I don't know what's the best lineup right now at what time, and really in February you shouldn't have the answers to all those things. And we're still, Everson Armstrong goes from 3 minutes one night to 15 the next, and the same thing with him, as a freshman, you expect some inconsistencies with him. But we're having that with some juniors and seniors as well right now, but part of that's they don't know, hey, one night they may play 4 minutes and the next night they may have to play 18 because of some changes. And it's been hard for everybody to just get into a flow of what we really need right now. I'm hoping with this week, I think we know what we got, what we're going to have from now until the rest of the year at this stage. And I'm hoping with practice starting today, maybe that's something that we can address going into this week, because this is a huge one for us on Thursday.
Going back to that Dallas Baptist game, Kevon and then before y'all lost Trey, both of those guys have really stepped up. Just talk about those guys and the differences they bring to this team, but what they bring to the team.
I think the awesome thing about both is right now they're starting to play their best when we really need it. And I would say that about both of those in particular. Kevon's looked about as good as he has all year, these last probably 3 or 4 games now. I think the knee strength has really gotten back to pretty close to the same as it was a year ago at this stage. So it's good to see him doing some things that he did a year ago. I mean, he had some really, really nice takes to the basket against Dallas Baptist, and he has been probably more jump shot heavy this year as opposed to last year. He may not see it, but I think we do, is just with that knee, and I think now he's gotten even more stronger with it and more comfortable with it. You started really seeing some glimpses, Dallas Baptist of the old KK a year ago, which I'm glad to see as we're entering postseason play, because we've all seen him do it. He's a lot of fun to coach when he's in that direction as well. And then I think Trey Farr, we're starting to see the best out of him as well. It's really frustrating to see him deal with his ankle this weekend, because he had 2 really good games. We just couldn't keep him on the floor because of the pain he was dealing with. He gave us everything he had on Saturday before he re-rolled it, and we had to run out there and carry him off the floor. But he had 13 points in 16 minutes and was 6 of 7 from the field. I mean, I thought he was on pace to have a monstrous night on Saturday with what he was doing, and then he got hurt again. And so, we're going to go to work right away. He's already down in the training room right now dealing with that, so we can have him back for Thursday. And be at the best that we can have him. But those 2, I think right now, are heading in the right direction, and I'm hoping they're going to drag some guys along with them to head in that same direction.
And then you mentioned that when y'all got on the road Friday and y'all got a practice in, you saw the energy just really high with the team. Y'all held UT Tyler to 47 points, fewest of the season. Just talk about your team's ability to bounce back and have a strong defensive game after falling against DBU.
Well, I just think these guys know their backs are against the wall at this stage. We're probably going to be 9th in the regional this week. I think last week we were probably about 7 or 8, and after splitting last week we'll probably fall to 9th in the region. So we're kind of on the outside looking in, and I think they knew that. We had talked about that on Friday, and they played and practiced like a desperate team, which was good to see. But we're going to have to do that again this week, for us. To have a chance. We need to win our lone game of the week to have a chance at the regional, and then we need to perform when we get to the conference tournament. So, I'm hoping that urgency stays with us throughout the week, and we get ready to play a really difficult game on the road Thursday.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach.